Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland Reviewer, and I'm here to review Penguin Bloom. And this is a new film from Netflix, from Down Under. This is an Australian film directed by Glendon Ivan, who's a pretty prolific director for television and film and commercials in Australia, making this big debut on Netflix with a film starring Naomi Watts and Rick Grimes himself. You got Andrew Lincoln, and they're a married couple. They have a group of kids. Naomi Watts has a terrible accident and winds up in a wheelchair. And life is not the same. She feels disconnected from her children. Her children feel that disconnect. One in particular has a lot of emotional turmoil over the fact that they no longer have a connection with their mother. You have Andrew Lincoln desperately trying to hold this family together. You have Jackie Weaver, who's grandmother in this situation, trying to help as well. And you have small characters like Rachel House, who I absolutely love. Pops up in this film as a more inspiring, supporting character to try to bring some hope into the equation. But what starts to turn things around is when they just happen to find a magpie. And watching this film, I cannot imagine, because I'm from New Jersey. We have Canadian geese. They're loud. They're obnoxious. Not magpie obnoxious. These birds can make really annoying noises. Plenty of them. And you get that through this whole entire film, and you wonder how this family didn't drive itself crazy. But you have this connection. They name it Penguin. Their last name is Bloom. So you have Penguin Bloom. And you have this relationship, this connection that Naomi Watts starts to make with this bird, and bringing this inspiration and giving her hope again, and confronting these emotional moments. And of course you have ups and downs, and this is the kind of drama that you know what's coming around every term. But it adds enough emotion for it to be worthwhile journey, even though it's a familiar one. And you have the music in this film composed by Marcello Zarvas that's enough, and it's just above extremely melodramatic and manipulative, that it delivers the needed punch to each scene. This film is nicely shot. There's some interesting choices and some bold choices in how certain scenes are portrayed. There's a shocking revelation of what really happened to Naomi Watts, and that scene is rough, and it hits hard because it's raw and shows not so great imagery, and how it's done gives it a little bit of impact. There is some inspiredness in some aspects of how this film was directed in terms of the emotions it's trying to portray, even if the story isn't exactly the most ambitious or unique or interesting and different. This film is based off a true story. It goes beat for beat exactly how you expect it. But it's still a heartwarming enough journey along the way for you to get enough out of it. And Andrew Lincoln is such a great support in this film. He brings a lot of emotion. But Naomi Watts is fantastic. She's a really talented actress, and she shows why that she can elevate a film that's very familiar, but with a great performance becomes more memorable. And you have Penguin Bloom. It's a really solid drama. It delivers some emotion. And if you're just in need of that kind of feels trip, it's sitting right there on Netflix right now. But those are my thoughts on Penguin Bloom. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.